Building a structure that lasts requires starting from the bottom up, no matter how deep the mud gets. The goal here is a permanent upgrade for the flock, but the first obstacle is the raw, uneven terrain. Before any timber can be laid, the ground must be leveled and stabilized. With the earth cleared and the foundation squared, the footprint takes shape. He positions heavy-duty panels over the floor joists to create a rigid base. This subfloor serves as a crucial barrier against ground moisture and predators. In outdoor builds, structural integrity begins with isolating the interior from the damp earth below. The thick panels distribute weight evenly across the joists, preventing warping over time. A solid deck ensures the walls will stand plumb and true. Framing translates a flat deck into a three-dimensional skeleton. Vertical studs transfer the load of the roof down to the foundation. Precision here dictates the strength of the entire build. Even minor deviations at the base will multiply as the walls rise. The skeleton is up, and the focus shifts to creating a controlled internal environment. Small blocking is added between the studs to provide rigid backing for the interior walls. He cuts and installs dark, fibrous insulation panels. This layer is vital for regulating temperature, trapping heat during winter nights, and shielding against the summer sun. Proper insulation transforms a basic shelter into a comfortable habitat. He secures the heavy exterior panels, locking the insulation into the wall cavity. The dense material adds shear strength to the timber frame, bracing it against high winds. Every sheet fastened brings the structure closer to an airtight seal. The dark exterior sheathing acts as a weather barrier, ready to repel rain and snow. Moving to the exterior envelope, the builder prepares the roofing membrane. This underlayment is the first line of defense, shedding water before it can ever reach the wooden trusses below. a stubborn tree stump threatens the drainage path around the foundation. Using a chainsaw and leverage, the obstacle is cleared to prevent root rot from compromising the perimeter. With the ground sorted, attention returns to the upper framing. He positions the long fascia boards along the roofline. These boards aren't just decorative. They cap the rafter tails and provide a solid mounting surface for the gutters. The overhanging eaves will direct runoff away from the foundation walls, protecting the timber base from constant splashing. Careful trim work at this prevents moisture intrusion, sealing the vulnerable seams where the walls meet the roof. Water management is the quiet protector of any wooden structure. Custom metalwork is required to seal the peak. An angle grinder makes quick work of the flashing, cutting it to exact tolerances. The ridge cap is the final piece of the roofing puzzle. It overlaps the corrugated panels on both sides, shedding water laterally and capping the apex against driving rain. The roof is now entirely watertight. The exterior receives a classic two-tone finish. Black trim paint seals the exposed end grain of the window and door frames. This extra coat of protection blocks moisture absorption where the wood is most vulnerable. Inside, thick fiberglass bats fill the wall cavities, maximizing the thermal barrier. He encloses the insulation with precisely cut particle board panels. To create a seamless interior, every joint is taped and coated with a specialized glide compound. This prevents drafts from infiltrating through the panel edges. The compound is applied in thin layers, then sanded flush once cured. Sanding creates a massive amount of particulate matter, making proper ventilation critical. The fine white dust requires a respirator, but the effort yields a perfectly smooth, continuous wall surface. A monolithic interior is much easier to keep clean, eliminating crevices where mites or pests could hide. The interior shell is now structurally sound and fully primed. Bare wood floors would quickly degrade in an animal enclosure. The builder applies a heavy-duty epoxy resin to seal the deck. This industrial coating creates a waterproof, chemical-resistant surface that can endure constant wear and frequent washing. The epoxy essentially plasticizes the floor. It cures into an impenetrable shield. Hardware installation brings the project into its final detailing phase. Heavy steel hinges are mounted to support the solid red door. For the windows, he utilizes natural gnarled branches, blending rustic aesthetics with rigid geometry. Black corner trim finishes the sharp edges, tying the entire exterior color scheme together. The heavy door is carried into place. A custom build like this demands precision hanging to ensure the latch engages perfectly. The tight tolerances will maintain a crucial seal against the elements. Inside, the electrical system is roughed in. Conduit routes the wiring safely away from the animals, terminating in a low-voltage power converter. He installs weathered timber beams across the ceiling, hiding modern LED light strips within the hollowed channels. This indirect lighting casts a warm, even glow throughout the space without exposing delicate bulbs to dust or damage. The rustic beams add architecturals weight to the ceiling while concealing the modern technology that powers the coupe. A traditional black lantern is mounted near the entrance. Exterior lighting is crucial for early morning or late evening maintenance. It provides a final touch of farmhouse character to the striking red facade. The exterior is now entirely complete. The heavy latch engages with a solid click. Inside, the space is outfitted with automated feeders and clean water buckets. The indirect LED lighting bounces off the smooth, primed walls, creating a remarkably bright and hygienic environment. It is a highly engineered space, cleverly disguised behind a rustic, traditional exterior. The ultimate test of any shelter is its inhabitants. The flock is introduced to their new quarters. The gentle slope of the ramp allows easy access, guiding them into the secure, climate-controlled interior before nightfall. In the end, structure and landscape operate as one system. What began as a muddy patch of ground is now a permanent, working habitat.